look at this. We're out riding a motorcycle. Today is the 15th of May 2020 and the COVID-19 pandemic has been causing us all a little bit of frustration, a little bit of locked-in syndrome for about 8 weeks now, I guess. As of Wednesday, we moved into a phase of moving out of lockdown, which essentially means we can go out more than once a day for exercise and leisure activity. And riding a motorcycle, when done in a safe manner, and remaining socially distant from friends and colleagues, appears to be allowable. So I've decided to come for a little buzz over Snake Pass in Derbyshire, in the Peak District, just to blow some cobwebs away and get a feel for being back on the bike. Safe to say, all of our lives have been so heavily affected by this pandemic malarkey. You know, riding bikes isn't the end of the world and it's quite easy to put it away and the right thing to do, so that's been fine, but it's lovely to get out again. I have been at home day in, day out with more or less the only exercise I'm taking. Stop. More or less the only exercise being walking the dog once a day. Do these things, I guess, in such a way that it gives clarity over everything you may or may not be allowed to do, because with a population of 60 million people and such, it's tricky to make those decisions. I think there's a little tea hut here where I'm going to maybe pull in if it's not too busy and just have a look at the bike. This is the first time I've been out on this bike since I finished doing the changes and updates to it and wrapping it. This is my F800GS, which I've owned since about 2016, and it's done huge miles. I've done all my big adventure trips on this bike, so it's fairly well battered and bruised. So I've given it a bit of care and attention, shall we say. I am going to pull in just over here and we'll have a little look and see what I've done. Still quite busy. This car park's almost full. The only thing missing is the tea hut. So here it is, in white. I'm going to move back. It looks better from a distance. This was is underneath the very high quality wrap, I'm sure you'll agree. Done such a fabulous job. But this is black underneath, but it's been through the walls quite a lot, battered and bruised. Panels damaged in some areas, so I thought I want to keep it because it's a really nice bike and it's not really worth a lot to resell anyway. A lot of memories with this, so I thought I'd tidy it up, try and de-rust some of it. So what have I done? New chain and sprockets recently. Some of those nuts are a bit rusty. New tyres, those Anarchy Wilds, which I'm trying for the first time, and they're quite nice actually. They're about the most off-road focused tyre I've had for a long time. So as you can see, my quality wrap job, you know, this is incredibly difficult. This was my first effort of wrapping a whole bike, and I got slowly better at it. I think the panel I started with was this one, which is very ropey, very ropey, and then tackling these ones towards the end, which are just these different shapes on the panels, just make it incredibly complex. And then some areas, as you can see, it's not stuck properly, or it's burst or what have you. Maybe I'll do it again in the future, but you know, I was never looking for perfect. I just wanted it to look a bit tidier than it did. Change the colour, bit of a change, it looks alright. Meh. There are a lot of bikes out today, like someone coming up behind me now. Let's give him a run. This is a great road. Ladybower reservoir to the right. Oh, it's just amazing to be out. It's so good. It's amazing how much you take it for granted until you can't do it. And doubtless all of our plans for the year have gone. In fact, today exactly, I should have been going down to get the Channel Tunnel to spend 3 days riding down to southern Spain and across the Pyrenees. That would have been about a week and a half, with a few days stopping in Costa Brava. But no, and then I was supposed to be coming back from that, having about 3 days at home, and then going to the Isle of Man. And of course the TT is obviously not happening this year. And I've already had two or three rally events that I was supposed to be doing earlier in the year, end of March, April time, were cancelled. In theory, one of them has said they're putting it back to August, but I can't see it happening, to be perfectly honest. And then in September, whilst still not formally cancelled, I'm supposed to be going to do Ilya Raid, which is a cross-country off-road rally from Croatia down to Greece, crossing about 4 or 5 countries. I think the chances of that happening are quite slim. The chances of crossing that volume of borders in the space of a week at the back end of a pandemic, when currently there's no flying. A lot of airlines may well be no longer flying a lot of routes to those kind of areas. Well, any kind of areas, frankly. And then potentially having to spend 2 weeks in isolation when I get home. Which, if that isolation means being at home, well, that's not too difficult. But if other European countries are doing the same thing to everyone that comes across their borders, then there's no way you can cross one border and spend 2 weeks before you can actually continue. That's obviously not workable. But fingers crossed.